All right, I know a lot of people say that they have me in their dreams, but a lot of times it's just like in this life or what you call real life. It's when you start glowing, you just start attracting mosquitoes. It's the same thing. It's like people are coming into my dream and acting as if that I came into theirs because they don't remember. So it's a lot of that, though. I get a lot of people coming into my dreams and saying that I was in their dream, but it's just because it's the same thing. Like, you start achieving oneness in your regular life or what you call the real life, the 3D or whatever, and you start to lose your crowd. It's like, you go through your life or whatever, you get a big crowd, probably. Some people might have just stayed solitary from the beginning, but a lot of people, have a crowd of people around them early because, they're younger and it's just a lot of it's proximity. You're just being subjected to people in your proximity. So your crowd, it changes though as you change your behaviors. So as your behaviors change, you you are more solitary, and true solitude is oneness in a sense. Well, ultimately, it's oneness, solitude. It's one soul, one the attitude of soul. So when you're solitary like that, it's because you're more, because solitary is oneness, you being one with everything and not having a self, not identifying with the body. You're identifying with life as a whole because you're complete or perfect or infinite or void, however you want to, whatever word you want to use. So that is all a result of you losing your identity at the less dense realms. Like in your dreams, you're not identifying with being a soul anymore because you go from identifying with the body to identifying with your soul to identifying with even less than that. And less is more, of course. So you are in your dreams and you got a large crowd in your dreams a lot of the time. A lot of people are in their dreams and, fulfilling the lust and stuff because it has a rapid manifestation rate. And then it expresses itself at a slower rate in the 3D. So you might have Porsches and a bunch of sexual partners and things, or money or whatever, in the astral or the netters, whatever you want to call that. And then in the 3D expresses itself, a little slower. You might not have a Porsche, you might have a Lexus or something. It's just like, that's the expression. This is the reaction plane. You create there and react here. You create before then, and then it expresses itself and ripples down. But just for the sake of conversation here, just to get the point across, as your crowd diminishes in the spirit or the netters or what you call dreams or soul realm or whatever, however you want to, astrals, whatever, you dropping your crowd, and because your glow is getting so strong. As your glow gets strong, you increase your crowd. The crowd becomes crazy because it's like, and at the physical level, if you bring in all your spiritual energy to the 3D, then your all your light is here in the 3D, and you bring in all your light into the finite experience where you're supposed to be experiencing separation and pain. So if you bring all your energy here, you'll experience immense pain, immense separation. So if you as if your energy is in the astrals, you're experiencing at a lesser level, in a less dense level. You're experiencing those things. So as you go up the ladder or down the ladder, however you want to look at it, you're becoming more solitary, more one, more infinite, more perfect, more void, more God, or whatever you want to call that. So more boundless, because that's what heaven is. Heaven is the loss of the concept of a boundary. So you're going up, and you're basically just dropping your company because you're dropping that phony armor. You put up armor out of fear. You wanted to experience separation, and what comes with that is fear. So as you, more fear, more armor, more body, more weight, more water weight, and so the body is just bigger and heavier and denser, more and more dense from the soul or the nothing, from the netter, the neither, the in ether. You coming from that into the density. So as you are making your way back, which the way forward is always going to seem back, just like the path to the light seems dark, you're going to make your way back, and the whole process basically repeats itself relative to where you're at, relative to your identity. So if you identify with the body as complete or more separation, the soul less separation, as you continue to have more oneness, you have less separation, and then your identity is so boundless that it can't be encapsulated in a title, in a body, and anything finite. So if we look at creation in general, it's coming from the transparent or the void or the translucent, however you want to look at it. And then it's birthing the darkness. It's just going from void to darkness, which is germination, and then into the light. We can look at this in every way, whether it's plants or people. We look at translucent people or angels coming into physical form, being the original 3D people, which would be the black people or darkest people. And then they birth all the other people, or that's the sprouting into the light, the seed and the root being the darkness into the light. And you have, the spectrum of colors or shades of darkness. And it's mind numbing here to go, back and forth with what is light, what is dark, because we're trying to get past that too, in a sense. We're going to the void, which is before or beyond or whatever. It's before is and is not. It's before. So that is just the process of growing up or growing down, however you want to look at it, but growing in. Say growing in. So it's really simple. I think that's fairly simple. I think that's a pretty good explanation of it, of how you just have less and less. And it's a faith thing. Even if you're going to go to the North Pole, to Eden, and you're going through the next firmament, or what people are calling Aurora Borealis, even if your body's not prepared and not ready and not breatharian, and it's not light enough to go through, you'll just shed it. And into us, it'll look like a body drop, but you just shed armor that you didn't need. Preparing to defend yourself attracts more chaos and more fear. So as we let go of that, we experience oneness, less separation, and we are shedding. It's a shedding process. So it's perfect. Everything's perfect though. Really, have faith in the way things are. It's how, that's really the reality of it, is that it's harder to have faith in the way things are when the body is just not in tune. It's not in alignment, because creation is alignment. So if you're not in alignment, your manifestation it's going to express that. So ROYALT512@yahoo.com for consultations. For the PDFs, you can get 30 of them for $100. And for fasting, if you want to come out here to Kings Canyon. And Our Bud Vegan on Amazon for the ebooks and paperback books.